The court is back in session in cause number 323130. Case of Solid State of Texas versus Carlos Eduardo Valencia. We have Carlos Eduardo Valencia, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Valencia had previously entered a plea. Well, first of all, Mr. Valencia was sworn in, and Mr. Valencia was previously entered a plea of guilty to the charge of possession of marijuana, which is a Class B misdemeanor. Mr. Valencia acknowledged that his initials was on State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment on page 2, and his signature was on page 3 of that document. He also acknowledged that his signature was on the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, and he also acknowledged that his signature was on the discovery certification. Now, Mr. Valencia also acknowledged that he was not a U.S. citizen, and Mr. Valencia, on the State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, it on page 1, there's a paragraph that's titled citizenship, and it reads, if you are not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or nolo contendere, which is no contest, may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Mr. Valencia, do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you still want to go forward with your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Valencia, also, there's a document out there that's titled for all foreign nationals except those from mandatory notification countries. Now, Mr. Valencia, did you sign that document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that document, at the last question asked, do you want us to notify your consular officers at this time? And what did you circle? Yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Cole, did you, is the part that says witness, is that signed?
That's my signature, sir.
Okay. Now, also, Mr. Cole, pursuant to Padilla versus Kentucky, did you inform Mr. Valencia of the consequences of him pleading guilty in this case, and the consequences of him possibly being deported and losing other rights?
Yes, Your Honor, I went over, but I can go over it again with them real quickly. You can be deported, sir.
I'm aware of everything.
Okay, so he's aware of what you went over with him before. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Okay. Now, Mr. Cole, you're advising counsel, Mr. Valencia. Is there any evidence that he's, well, let me back up. Now, Mr. Valencia, prior to you signing and initialing all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections? No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 is admitted. Now, Mr. Cole, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Valencia, is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Valencia, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Valencia, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor. It's 20 days in jail. Credit
Okay.
for time served.
Is it? Okay, I don't see the credit. Is it credit for time served? Yeah, I don't see the credit for time served on the
Your-
form.
Your Honor, I just meant to give him any credit that he would deserve.
Oh, okay. Now, Mr. Valencia, the state is offering that you serve 20 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case, Mr. Valencia, is $352. Mr. Valencia, will you be able to pay the $352?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Valencia, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Valencia, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Valencia, this will conclude your case. Thanks for being patient with us. And you can knock on that door and follow the bailiff and